Reflections with Alan Watts. What is Watts telling us? It is when you learn to love solitude that, paradoxically, you may seem to be more able to get along with others. This is an example of what is sometimes called a paradox. I simply call it the reverse law, which runs through Taoist and Zen philosophy entirely. That opposite things come from actions, unexpected things. That is, when you want to be strong, very often the best way is to be weak. When you want to be powerful, the best way is often to retreat. Regarding the phrase, that contrary things come from actions, unexpected things. In this phrase, Watts is explaining to us one of the fundamental principles of Taoist and Zen philosophy, which Watts calls the inverse law. Basically, it means that our actions often produce results that are opposite or contrary to what we expected or intended to achieve. For example, when we try too hard to be happy, we may end up feeling more anxious or unhappy. When we try to control everything, things can become more chaotic. When we pursue success too intensely, we can sabotage ourselves. It also implies that unexpected things happen as a result of our actions, consequences, or outcomes that we did not anticipate. Watts illustrates this with specific examples right after. When you want to be strong, the best course is often to be weak, and when you want to be powerful, the best course is often to retreat. These are paradoxes that suggest that sometimes the path to a goal is not direct, but requires doing something which seems contrary to that goal. If you're wondering how this fits in with the first part when it says, it's when you learn to love solitude that paradoxically, you may seem to be better able to get along with others. In this first part, it is precisely a concrete example of the inverse law, or the paradox that Watts mentions later in the text. The connection is like this. Normally, we might think that to get along better with others, we need to be constantly surrounded by people, practicing our social skills and avoiding loneliness. This would be the direct or logical path. However, the paradox that the teacher presents is that when we learn to be comfortable in solitude and to value it, something that might seem opposite to being sociable, we actually become more capable of relating in a healthy way with others. This happens because, by learning to be alone, we develop greater self-awareness. We rely less on external validation. We have more clarity about our limits and needs. We do not approach others from a place of lack or desperation. That is, the path to better social relationships is not necessarily to seek more social interaction, but to learn to love solitude, the contrary or unexpected path. This is a direct application of the principle he explains later. Contrary things come from unexpected actions. Loneliness, which seems contrary to socialization, leads us to better relationships, which is something unexpected. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next video.